In a small, quiet town nestled in the hills of England, there lived a curious boy named Jack. Jack was 12 years old, with a mop of unruly brown hair and sparkling blue eyes that always seemed to be searching for something new and exciting. He lived with his parents in a quaint, ivy-covered cottage on the edge of town. The cottage was old, with creaky wooden floors and a cozy fireplace that crackled warmly in the evening. Jack loved to explore. He would spend hours wandering through the nearby woods, discovering hidden paths and secret clearings. His favorite spot was an ancient oak tree with a hollow trunk, where he would often sit and read stories of adventure and mystery. One crisp autumn day, Jack's life changed forever. He was out in the woods, as usual, when he stumbled upon something extraordinary. Nestled among the fallen leaves and moss-covered stones was an old, leather-bound book. It looked ancient, with its cover worn and pages yellowed with age. Intrigued, Jack picked it up and brushed. The book had a strange title, The Chronomancer's Secret. Jack's heart raced with excitement. He opened the book carefully and began to read. The pages were filled with strange symbols and diagrams, as well as detailed instructions written in an old-fashioned script. As he read, he realized that the book described a method for traveling through time. Jack's mind buzzed with possibilities. He had always been fascinated by history and the idea of time travel. Could this book really hold the secret to moving through time? He decided to find out. The instructions were complex, but Jack was determined. He spent the next few days gathering the necessary materials: an old pocket watch, a piece of quartz crystal, and a small vial of water from the town's ancient well. He followed the book's instructions meticulously, setting up a small makeshift laboratory in his bedroom. On the night of the full moon, Jack was ready. He placed the pocket watch and the crystal inside a circle drawn with chalk on the floor, then sprinkled the well water over them. As he did, he whispered the incantation written in the book. At first, nothing happened. Jack's heart sank with disappointment. But then, the pocket watch began to glow. The light grew brighter and brighter until Jack had to shield his eyes. When he opened them again, he found himself standing in a completely different place. Jack looked around in amazement. He was no longer in his bedroom. Instead, he was in a bustling medieval village. People dressed in simple tunics and dresses went about their daily business, tending to market stalls and chatting with one another. Jack realized that the book had worked. He had traveled back in time. Excited but a little nervous, Jack decided to explore. He wandered through the village, taking in the sights and sounds. He marveled at the blacksmith hammering away at his forge, the baker pulling fresh loaves of bread from a stone oven, and the children playing games in the dirt street. As he explored, Jack noticed a commotion near the village square. Curious, he made his way through the crowd to see what was happening. There, in the center of the square, stood a tall, imposing man dressed in dark robes. He had a long, gray beard and piercing eyes that seemed to look right through Jack. The man was speaking to the crowd in a commanding voice. "People of this village," he said, "I am Magnus, the chronomancer. I have the power to manipulate time itself. But I need an apprentice to assist me in my work. Who among you is brave enough to join me?" The villagers murmured amongst themselves, but no one stepped forward. Jack's heart pounded in his chest. He felt a strange pull, as if he were meant to step forward. Gathering his courage, he pushed his way to the front of the crowd. "I'll do it," Jack said, his voice trembling slightly. "I'll be your apprentice."